So this summer went extremely fast, and I have quite a bit of things to show you. But on this particular video, it is about a very special bird named Rose. Make sure you like and subscribe and watch to the very end so that you can see the full story. So it all started one evening. My neighbor was mowing his lawn and he found this little bird. He looked around for the mama and the other babies but couldn't find anything. So he asked if I would like to take care of it because I had chickens. Well, if you know anything about raising chickens, it's extremely hard to put a day or two old, different breed of bird in with older chickens without having them try to peck it to death. So I wasn't about ready to do that. So we put it in a box and went to the store, got feed for wild chicks, because we weren't sure if it was a pheasant or a turkey. And at first we thought she was a pheasant. And then after a little bit, as she started getting a little bit bigger, we realized a little notch on her nose is a wild turkey. But while we were there at the store, we noticed that they had baby ducks for sale. They had brown ones, they had yellow ones, and they had black ones. And we knew that she needed some kind of companionship. So we ended up getting a yellow one and a brown one. You gonna pick it up?
Huh?
You gonna pick it up?
No, I'll just pick her up and
yeah.
and just go.
Okay, but after you do that, put her in her box and make a little nest and put a blanket down and let her cuddle with you. Because this is what her mom does.
I'm gonna have to end the fun right now. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
So cute.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Sweet girl.
She probably really likes the soft blankets.
Mm-hmm. Well, you got soft ones too. Feels like fur or feathers.
Here, I'll go put her. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I know you don't want to be moved. I know.
So in the beginning, the ducks and the turkey slept in Jacob's room, and the ducks had their own box, and the turkey had her own box. Well, we cut a hole in each one of the front parts of the boxes so that they could see each other through some wire and get used to each other. After a little while, we moved them into the same box, and the ducks were extremely scared of this little creature.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry.
So one morning, I decided I was going to go out to my garden and do some things, and the garden has a little fence around it. So I told Jacob to bring Rose down to the garden, and we just let her run around in there. Well, my dog came out there, Maggie, and she jumped the fence when I wasn't looking and bit Rose. When things like this happen, it's very important to remember that Maggie is an animal, and she is used to chasing mice and other wild animals that are in our yard. So we weren't sure exactly how much damage she had. we knew for sure it was one of her legs and maybe her wing. But as time went on, she seemed to get a little bit better. We just didn't know the extent of her injuries and if she was going to make it or not. But every day was a new challenge, and we accepted that.
Buddy, don't stretch your wing like that.
So one afternoon, an animal got into the duckling's pen and killed the 2 baby ducks, and it was so sad. So once again, Rose was alone, and then we decided we needed to vamp up security. We moved Rose into the garage and built a makeshift pen in the garage so nothing could get her. Rose wanted to be held all the time, so Jacob and her cuddled a lot. But as she got bigger and bigger, she couldn't move as much as she used to because she was heavier and larger than her body could handle.
Hi. Hi, girl. She's chirping while she sleeps. She is. Just hanging out. Just enjoying the sun and the bugs and us. I got Eva here. Just chilling out by the pond. Hey, sweetheart. Good morning. Yeah. Yeah, good morning. Good morning. Here.
As you can see, she's having a very hard time getting around, and it's so sad because she wants to and she's so loving. She definitely has struggled.
Come here, honey.
So cute, Jake. She loves you. You're her mama. Sweet. Baby pheasant. Or baby turkey. So cute.
So as you can see here, she's trying to walk and she has quite the difficulty in that. And basically she's walking on her joints, or her elbows is what I call them. And her feet have become disfigured, and I think that's because as she's grown, she hasn't used them and they've grown kind of folded in, and it's sad because as she gets bigger and bigger, she is not able to lift herself at all and cannot get around hardly at all. As you can see, she's walked or tried to walk to me, and I'm sitting down on the ground because she's so lonely and she just wants to be held or petted or nurtured. So the times that we didn't have her out and trying to exercise her legs and stuff, I put, almost from day one, I put a mirror in her box, her tub, and then finally the enclosure that she's in now. And she just loved it. She would lay by it and talk to it, and it really helped her through the nights when she was by herself. So eventually it got to the point that her legs wouldn't really work at all, and she was moving herself on her stomach, and she was losing feathers and getting all kinds of dirt and bacteria on her belly, and she just didn't feel good, and she wasn't happy anymore. And we talked about it and all agreed that she was suffering, so we had to put her out of her misery, and it was a very, very sad day for all of us. I didn't take any pictures or video of her toward the end because I didn't want to remember that part. I wanted to remember when she was happy. So don't be sad for her. She's in a better place and she's not in pain or unhappy anymore. We're just happy to have the time that we had with her, and I'm glad we could give her a little bit of joy while we could.